Hey everyone, Chris Stoltz coming at you today from the Javits Center in New York City to check out ToyFair. For those who don't know, ToyFair is of course the toy industry's trade show where all the toy manufacturers here showing off their new wares for the holiday season. But before you get too excited, this event is not open to the public, so I have my press pass and we're gonna go check out all the Muppet and Henson related items the show floor has to offer. Our first stop was at Gund, where we saw all the new Sesame Plush. Including their Furry Friends Forever checkup kits, Dance and Play Elmo and Tango, and their exclusive plush of Tamir, Gabby, and Ji Young. Here is the Ty booth. Of course, Ty a few years ago had a Kermit tiny Beanie Baby Buddy plush, but I don't see him here today. As you can see, NECA is here, and they of course acquired the Chia Pet brand. They have a Oscar the Grouch Chia Pet coming out, so let's see if it's actually on display. NECA has the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 2 figures here. The Henson Company, of course, created the costumes for the first two movies. They also have figures here from the third movie, which the Henson Company did not do anything with, so just forget you're seeing this. Their Toonie Terrors line is expanding to include Vincent Price, who, of course, was a guest star on The Muppet Show. Wow, look at these, totally incredible. Here we have the Dinosaurs Ultimate figures. Look at these, the boxes are just amazing. Look at Earl. And Baby. The detail on these figures is just incredible. The accessories are just incredible as well. Here we have a 6-pack of beer, with of course one already taken out. Earl's Captain Mug and Captain Hat. The television remote control. They come with different heads. The Baby comes with a whole bunch of accessories as well, including some toys. The one episode where you had a horn for a head that you can interchange. I guess another TV remote for when Baby steals the remote from Earl. They even have one of the critters. Right now they just have Earl and Baby Sinclair, but apparently they're coming out with a whole bunch more in the line. They're also coming out with a whole line of these iridescent banks, including one of Kermit and of Cookie Monster eating a cookie. It's more like a cartoon version of Cookie Monster. That's interesting. As well as just like, Kermit being reflective on all the money he's saving by you buying this bank. I'm not sure how that works, but you get the idea. This is Kermit thinking about all the money that he's hoarding inside himself. Maybe that's it. Here's a prototype box for the upcoming Oscar Chia Pet. I really like how it's his whole body and not just like, Hello Kitty has a fro and Elvira has this mane going on. But for the Oscar, it's his whole body is the Chia Pet that you can grow. That is a really nice touch. Glad to see they're expanding the line with Chia Pets and including some Muppets. Over in the Kid Robot side, there's a whole bunch of plush on display, including the large Fozzie plush, the suction cup Muppets of Kermit, Fozzie, and Gonzo. This Cookie Monster interactive case featuring a plush Cookie Monster face and of course a half-eaten cookie. Funny plush of Kermit, Fozzie, and Miss Piggy, and even a baby dinosaur funny plush. I really like Funko's booth this year. It's like a small little town. Like you're walking down Main Street and everything is just Funko related. It's Funko Games, Loungefly, Mondo, Pops, everything is here in the little town of Funko. Funko Games releasing a Muppet Christmas Carol card game. Officially called the Muppet Christmas Carol Spirit of Giving game, the card game features Miss Piggy, Kermit, Bunsen and Beaker, Gonzo and Rizzo, Statler and Waldorf, Fozzie, and Bean Bunny. I really like as an added feature, the tag is a bow. So when you see it on the store shelf, it'll hang up like a present. That is a nice touch. I'm hoping that means we can expect to see more Muppet games on the horizon. Of course, Funko's main thing is Funko Pops, and they have a bunch of Funko Pops on display here at the show, including all these from Disney, though I don't see a single Muppet on display. They do have a whole section here on Five Nights at Freddy, which of course is a new movie coming out based on the game that the Henson Company is doing the creatures for. There's also a bunch of the blockbuster Rewind minifigures as well as soda figures. Again, no Muppets in the line quite yet, but hopefully soon. Here they have a whole bunch of holiday sections based on Christmas, Halloween, St. Patrick's Day. But even though they have a whole Christmas section, they don't have the Muppet Christmas Carol Pops Out, which are starting to show up. So I'm a little confused of why they wouldn't show them as they're sort of brand new and, you know, coming out. Here is their lounge fly section. Although I don't see any Muppets on display, there are a whole bunch of Muppet lounge fly items currently available and probably more on the way as well. Yes, unfortunately, while there are so many Loungefly bags on display, not a single Muppet one is out here, but there are still some really cool ones to check out. Like these bags for Coraline, the Corpse Bride, the Haunted Mansion, Scooby-Doo, and even Ghostbusters. Unfortunately, while Diamond was supposed to have their upcoming Muppets on display, including Uncle Deadly and Pepe as a 2-pack, they didn't quite make it to the show, so let's look around and see some of the other things they do have on display, including Batman, Iron Man, Voltron Man, and this man. Diamond Select did eventually show their upcoming Uncle Deadly and Pepe 2-pack, though not while we were still at the show. Spanish company Eric Group is bringing their formerly UK exclusive Sesame Street items to the US, including ceramic bowls, water bottles, plush pencil cases, furry bags featuring Elmo and Cookie Monster. Check out this awesome Sesame Street bookend featuring Elmo and Cookie Monster. You got Cookie Monster at Hooper's store looking around the corner to Elmo at 123 Sesame Street. That is just really, really nicely done. And of course, to go with your bookend, you have to have a book, or a notebook in this case, which is all fuzzy, just like Cookie Monster, and is full of cookies and blank pages, so you can write in all about your cookies. The guys at Eric were nice enough to even give me one of their sample Cookie Monster pencil case. Look at this thing. It even has a Sesame Street zipper. That is just awesome. They were so nice. They've had one extra of these that they brought with them just by happen chance and gave me this. So it'll definitely have a place now in the museum. Elope has these awesome, or I should say, jawsome Muppet costumes. They have Animal, which of course looks like he'd be eating you because your head goes in that one, and then like a Miss Piggy hat. There's also a Kermit in the line. These are, as they say, just jawsome. They're out now, so hopefully for Halloween this year, you could be Miss Piggy or you could be eaten by Animal. Sunstashes is back again with their Sesame Street line of sunglasses. So we have Oscar, Ernie, Cookie Monster, Elmo, and Big Bird. Those are awesome. There used to be Muppet ones as well, so hopefully those will be made. But so far, all I'm seeing is Sesame Street. Still cool. Need to find some Muppets though. Orange Unions has a Sesame Street license as well, and it's a pillow, it's a hoodie, it's a whole thing. So here comes Cookie Monster. He was like a pillow just a second ago.
He was this, and he turned right into this. So then you can wear it, and you can have a cookie too.
Oh, and it even has a cookie in his sleeve. Of course, half eaten with crumbles. Of course.
He likes to take a bite. What can I say? Awesome.
Alliance Entertainment is here, and they are the exclusive distributor of Weta products. So you have the Weta Mini Epics Labyrinth figures. You have the Weta Mini Epics Dark Crystal figures. We have the Dark Crystal statues, including Brea, Kira, Jen, Saladon, Brian, Deke, and then they have the Labyrinth line too. So we have Sir Didymus, the Elo Worm, and the Knockers. That is just really neat to see. Tri-Action Toys is here. Of course, the creators of Boglins by our friend Tim Clark. Tim is not here at the show, but his creations, as you can see, are yearning to get out. This one is escaping a little bit. So Tim, if you're watching, your Boglins are here, but be careful, because I think they might be escaping. And guess who I ran into? Michael Polis, the ex-entertainment, home entertainment? Home entertainment head at the Henson Company back when I was an intern there many, many years ago.
And he was a great intern.
Well, I appreciate that. But so what are you doing here now? You have a whole other line of action figures, or Now, yeah, not dolls, action figures. Get it right. Action figures.
Yes.
Based on Captain
Based
Action.
on Captain Action from the 1960s. We're doing modern versions of Captain Action. We got a whole line of figures, and we're working on licenses for different uniform sets to go with them.
That's awesome. It's not Muppets, but it's still pretty cool. You know, you can't always do Muppet stuff. I mean, some of us have to grow up sometimes.
Some of us have hearts of felt and fur, so it all works out.
We all bleed green, as they say. Just Play was recently named the master toy licensee for Sesame Street. To celebrate, they had Elmo greeting visitors to their booth and even had a replica of the 1-2-3 Sesame Street stoop for photo ops. The big push from Just Play is the Elmo slide doll. It has a whole motion to it. It dances around, it sings, it dances. It's Elmo and he slides. I mean, all he needs now is an actual slide. I know he slides himself, but wouldn't it be cool if we had a slide to go with him? I think it's safe to say that Just Play has the biggest toy here at ToyFair. I mean, literally the biggest toy. It must be like 20 feet tall with this Elmo slide. Elmo slide is taking over this whole convention. Definitely the biggest toy here. Literally the biggest toy. Just Play also does the Disney Doorable line, and they have a whole Disney Doorables display. They have the movie scenes. They have a whole bunch of hidden doors here. What's this? Technicolor Doorables are coming. Of course, we know they made Muppet ones. Some of the Muppet ones are in other displays and other sets. So that's really awesome. They also even have a little Squishables machine over here. You can pull out your very own hidden Squishables. So we'll check that out and see which ones we get. Unfortunately, not a Muppet, but maybe the genie will grant our wish and they'll be out with new Muppet Doorables soon. And it looks like our wish has been granted because Just Play has Muppet Blacklight figures coming out in November. Wow, check these out. These are gonna look amazing in the dark. It's Animal, Kermit, Miss Piggy, Rolf, Dr. Bunsen Honeydew, Beaker, Sam Eagle, and Gonzo are also part of the line. There's nothing in these packages. This is just a sample, but wow, this is what the box will look like on a store shelf. These are coming out in November, so pick them up when you see them. Kid Rageous has the Sesame Street license for large-scale plush, like this gigantic Cookie Monster. Look at this thing. It is massive. His feet are like twice the size of mine, at least. I can only imagine the cookies that it would take to feed this guy. It's totally nuts. It looks like they also have Bert and Ernie, Elmo, but surprisingly, not Big Bird. I mean, Big Bird would seem to really fit into the giant plush because he is so big. So I'd almost be to scale that way. But for Jantic friends, you gotta get these if you have space for a giant Cookie Monster because he needs a home. Verdes has Sesame Street playmats that are very soft and kid resistant, stain resistant, maybe a little bit of both. Singing Machine has a whole new line of Sesame Street karaoke machines coming out. So we have this Street Smart karaoke machine, we have an Abby, Cookie Monster, Oscar, and Elmo machine. And then we have a whole line of Sesame Street plush karaoke machines, and there are also backpacks that you can carry around with you. They also have these few others. There's a microphone, there's like a flower one, this one's like a little carrying case. That is really cool. And they even have a whole karaoke machine featuring Elmo. These are coming out in 2024, so we don't have a whole place for you to buy them just yet, but be on the lookout because they're coming your way. MGA, who just recently got the Fraggle Rock license, is not at the show today, but their distributor is. They, of course, make these Miniverse, these Fluffy Softies, LOL Surprise, and Little Tykes. Unfortunately, I guess, like I said, they are not here today with any Fraggle product. They did show some at their event in LA, but this stuff is coming 2024. Look for the Fraggle Rock awesomeness that it's going to be from MGA. But in the meantime, they do have this Little Tykes Sesame Street Elmo and Friends Story Dream Machine collection. That's coming out very soon, so check that out from Little Tykes while we wait for the Fraggle Rock stuff to appear. Green Toys is showing off their Sesame Street line. They have a few items here, including Elmo's wagon, this watering can, Stamp and Play, and Abby's Garden. Not a whole lot new this year, but 2024, 2025, they tell me there will be a lot more Sesame Street items for sale. Super Impulse has these Pop-Taters, Mr. Potato Head mashups. And of course, I'm over here looking at these and I see Bert and Ernie Pop-Taters. Ernie comes with Rubber Ducky and Bert comes with Bernice. Of course, you can probably take Ernie's features off and put them on Bert's and vice versa. They have them over here. I think I might have to play around with these and make Bert just slightly unhappy in Ernie's clothing. All right, so here we have Bert in Ernie's pants, trying to decide which one now he wants to play with more, Bernice or Rubber Ducky, because he's literally now in Ernie's shoes and it's just messing with his head. Tony's has these special figures that go on this sound box, and as you put them on, it changes the sounds and the music depending on which figure you have on there. So they have a Sesame Street one featuring Elmo here. They also have the line for Jim Henson's Word Party and Math Party. And here we have one of the characters from Word Party. That is really neat because you don't see a whole lot of merch for those shows. So nice to see them being represented here. And here is how they look in the package. So we have Word Party's Lulu Panda and Kip Wallaby. Here's the Elmo in the package, and of course, right above it, notice they have not just Elmo, they do have other characters in the Sesame Street line. Here is Cookie Monster coming out of a cookie jar full of cookies. They have a whole bunch of other characters in the line, as you can see. So hopefully they'll have more Henson and Sesame characters added soon. They also have the Roll Doll license. So here we have characters from The Witches and James and the Giant Peach. Of course, The Witches was converted into a Henson movie, one of the last movies that Jim Henson worked on before he died. Of course, featuring Angelica Houston as this witch. But this is not the Henson version, this is the actual book version. I mean, maybe someday they'll get the Angelica Houston version as a Tony as well. But right now, just the Roald Dahl book versions. Bendon said they will continue to supply stores like Dollar Tree with plenty more Sesame Street products. Super 7 didn't have any of their Muppet or Sesame reaction figures out, but they did have their oversized Super Grover and Count figures. Masterpieces had a wide variety of Sesame Street items as well, including this 1,000-piece puzzle highlighting images from throughout the show's history. We've run into so many celebrities here at the show, like Clifford the Big Red Dog, Daniel Tiger, Sprout, and more. And now we have another celebrity sighting, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles here, and these, I mean, sorry to spoil the illusion, but these are costumes, and the costumes were created by the Jim Henson Creature Shop. Okay, now we'll actually say these are the real Ninja Turtles, the real ones. These are the real ones. The other ones are just costumes. These are the real ones. Mark my words. Precious Moments had a wide variety of Sesame products on display, including figures holding Elmo and Cookie Monster plush, music boxes, calendars, snow globes, picture frames, and even keychains, which were still in development. In Kids has a new Sesame Street line teaching all about inclusion and diversity.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Z. I'm a child and adolescent psychiatrist, and In Kids has multicultural and mesh lines. We're launching our Sesame Street cooking line this year. Cooking kit this year, and it teaches about through a picnic that Cookie Monster takes you on, about different foods from different countries and different cultures. And you can read it all about in our activity books, play our games, and then you get to at home make the foods with your families.
Monogram International has this Elmo plastic bank coming out, as well as a whole line of blind bag Sesame Street keychains featuring Abby Cadabby, Oscar the Grouch, the Count, Big Bird, Elmo, Bert and Ernie, Zoe, Grover, Cookie Monster, and even Snuffleupagus. Wait a minute, wait just a second. There's also a whole Muppet line too? This is nuts. Animal, Swedish Chef, Miss Piggy, Kermit, Janice, Gonzo, Rizzo, Bunsen Beaker, and Pepe. That is just incredible. I cannot wait till these come out. They said they're coming out like in only a couple of months, whereas the Sesame Street are coming out early next year. They also have a line of plush bag clips. Here are some prototypes of the characters like Big Bird, Snuffleupagus. That is just awesome. Can't wait for these to come out. They also have Disney Pride Collection figural bag clips, series 46. They need 45 other series of this. But on the back of the bag, again, these are blind box. On the back of the bag, it says collect them all, there's a exclusive figure, which I'm pretty sure is Miss Piggy. Flex Figs showed off their upcoming Muppet and Sesame Street lines with prototypes of their Kermit and Elmo bendable figures. They also showed prototype packaging for other upcoming figures, including Miss Piggy, Fozzie, and Animal for the Muppets, and Cookie Monster, Big Bird, and Oscar in their Sesame Street line. ToyFair has a Hot for Holidays section of all the toys that they feel will be the big hits of the holiday season. And of course, one of the ones on display here is Just Play's Elmo Slide. So that's going to do it for this look at ToyFair 2023 and all the stuff that could, should, and hopefully will be on store shelves soon related to all things Jim Henson. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Please leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorite item from this video was. Please be sure to follow us on all our social media channels, and I'll see you next time.